Off the cam twist.
I have to take off Kim Twist. Why is it even on?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now, and we are dealing with some technical difficulties. We have Franklin here on our live show today, and he's trying to fix his camera right now. So hopefully he'll get it fixed. So my name is Christian.
And my name is Aaron.
And my name is Franklin, and all you see is my profile picture right now.
So he's working on getting that fixed. But I want to, again, welcome you to Brain 10, our brainstorming show that we do twice per week on Tuesdays and Fridays. Technically, it's 1 o'clock right now, but we are planning on doing the show at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Central Daylight Time? Central Standard Time? Which one is it?
Right now it's daylight time.
Daylight Time. Actually, this coming Sunday is going to change, correct?
Yes. Yep. Yes. So make sure that you put your clocks back. That's just your first reminder of the year.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Today's Friday, so every Friday we actually do our new tech products and services that these are things that we find online that we want to share with you guys and let you know about all the new cool stuff that's coming out. We usually talk about social media, marketing sometimes, stuff for your website, even news articles about some of the new stuff that is really coming out, or maybe new updates on like Facebook, Instagram, and things like that. But a lot of cool stuff too. We get stuff from Kickstarter. And let's see here.
Hi, guys.
Yes, looks like we have Franklin now.
Hey, Franklin, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, this is Franklin, and yeah, let's get this started. So number one, I think it is me. So number one this week, we had the Nintendo Switch. This actually came out maybe last week or the week before, but we're still trying to get caught up with all of our shows. So the Nintendo Switch is basically the new console coming out for Nintendo, and they've basically redesigned everything, and I mean, completely different than the Wii, basically. And this thing is super cool because you have the ability to play at your place and have the actual game there. The reason why it's called Switch is because you can literally from that console grab the screen, unplug it, and from your remote controller you can unplug those and plug it into your screen, into your little portable screen, and you can play on the go, which is pretty cool. It's a very revolutionary design, I would say, and it's freaking awesome. And I mean, it literally lets you play whenever, wherever, with whomever you choose. They already have like a whole bunch of game developers, that are going to make games for the Nintendo Switch. And it looks like they are launching this around March of 2017.
Wow, so pretty soon, really.
So you mean to tell me that I can be playing a game, need to go and use the bathroom or something like that, and I can take it from where it is and actually continue to play the game?
Yeah, exactly. And it looks pretty cool. You'll definitely, if you're watching this, you just Google it and watch basically the commercial that they did. It's pretty cool because they actually show how exactly it works, and the multiplayer. It's really, really cool. So you definitely have to check it out.
Sweet.
All right, let's move on here to number 2. And number 2 is called Felix Gray. They're computer glasses. And the cool thing about these is that you can put them on for a lot of people who look at their camera a lot, like us. It changes the light and it hones down that blue light so you don't ruin your eyes, basically, if you're staring at it all day and then into the night. So the glasses look cool, and they're also helpful to your eyes. I think they are like 99 or $100, something like that. But they're all unisex, and there's quite a few different options for it. There's no real prescription or anything like that. It's just to help with the blue light emissions.
Right.
Oh my God. I definitely need something like that.
Yeah, so Aaron and I were talking about those, and I mean, I know Aaron just wants glasses just to have glasses.
No, I don't.
I have actually prescription glasses, so I think this would be
What? How cool.
See, I'm cool because I have real ones.
Right. But in grade school, it was like your 4 eyes. Nobody. Yeah.
Man, I have glasses. I just don't wear them.
You wore them yesterday. I saw you in them yesterday.
Yeah, it was because I could tell that I needed to have them on. So are we ready to move on to number 3?
I don't know. Are we? Yeah.
Okay. So number 3 is the Apple MacBook Pro, the new MacBook Pro with Touch Bar. It's probably like the most revolutionary thing that's actually come out of Apple. Okay, no, it's not. That the iPhone was probably like the most revolutionary, but like as far as like MacBooks go, this thing is it's beyond what I would have actually even thought. Like, you know how you can always think that Apple can't push the bar a little bit more, and they have. And not only did they take away the aux cord from the iPhone this year, but this time they took away the function key in the MacBook Pro. Like, all F keys are gone, and now they have what they call a touch bar. And touch bar like basically allows you to do things like skim through images and things like that. And it's all touch sensitive, and you can see like things illuminated from the touch bar. The MacBook Pro also is thinner, of course, lighter, of course. But this thing has 130% faster graphics than the previous MacBook Pro. It's 67% brighter, and it's 17% thinner. I already said that. Let's see what else this thing has. The processor in this thing is 3.8 gigahertz. 100% faster flash storage, so it loads and stores any information that you need to store in your MacBook a whole lot faster, and you get up to 10 hours of battery life off of one full charge. It's nuts.
I love it.
Yes. I think it's in the company budget at some point, early 2017.
2017. By then, you know, Apple will come out with something different. It'll be touch keyboard by then.
We're only not in 2 months. It's November, man. 2017 is like close.
Okay, so that's soon, 2017. I thought you were thinking about like summer of 2017.
Oh, no.
But no, man, the thing is ridiculous. And the colors in it are 25% brighter in it. So like for things that we do, like actually being able to see how the colors are popping on any designs that we come out with or any video that's being edited, like it definitely needs to be in the budget.
Yeah. There you
go. Agreed. Okay, so the next one here, I have a kind of like it's a credit card processing company called Stripe that, to begin with, we didn't know anything about them until we started using Squarespace, because Squarespace basically used, still uses Stripe. But Stripe has been, I would say, in the forefront of innovation as far as credit card companies. They worked with social media companies and like Pinterest and Instagram to try to bring e-commerce to those social media platforms. So Stripe is always innovating, and they just came out with something they call Radar, and it's a new way for them to, or for the people who are using Stripe, it's for fraud prevention. So they use algorithms and advanced machine learning algorithms that automatically learn from the whole Stripe global network. So it's a lot accurate. It has immediate results. It detects fraud almost instantly, and it's really good for, again, e-commerce business owners who do a lot of transactions throughout the day or throughout the week, and they need some of these things in place in order to prevent fraud from happening. And I mean, it's just a headache to try to deal with credit card payments and fraud and all that stuff. So they really stepped up the game as far as bringing something that the user can implement in their websites. And if they're using Stripe, obviously, you can set custom rules for, block certain card if it comes from this country and it has this IP address. They actually give you the option to, just flag certain payments, so you can actually go and review those payments that seem kind of fraudulent. They're always in the forefront of innovating, and they've done it again with Stripe Radar to help you detect fraud within your website and e-commerce store.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Stripe just because, I don't know, them and like MailChimp, they just always seem like, they're beating out Constant Contact, or they're beating out PayPal. Like, they're just a startup kind of feel. So I've always liked them.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 5. It's called Silk Prospector. Basically what this is, it's an outreach software. And what that is it means that if you can find your clients' emails and send them an email, you're a lot more likely to be able to do business with that person. So what Silk Prospector does, very, very simple. I think it works on LinkedIn as well, but basically you can try it out for free. You go to a place and you say, hey, they give an example of this guy named Niv, and you can either send this person a message or click on Silk, and at that point, it'll give you their email address. So instead of just sending them a direct message, you send them directly to their inbox. Outreach software has been there for a while. It's always been there. You can try to find people's emails, but something this simple, it has not been out there, where it's just one click, you have their email address. There's no searching. You know who you're looking for. You put in their information. You click I think it's a Chrome extension, maybe. I believe so. And boom, there's their email. They verify it's 100% accurate, and you email that person. Like, I really need to find. Huh?
It's 95% accurate.
Oh, 95. Yes, there we go. See, I wasn't looking at the homepage. I was trying to look at how it works. But yeah, it's still pretty dang accurate.
I don't like that you have to pay for it, though.
Yeah.
I want it to be free.
Oh man, that's some pretty awesome stuff. Well, all right. So moving on to number 3, and it's called Native Union. It's called the Eclipse by Native Union.
Gotcha.
Native Union, they are like an accessories company, and the accessories that they build, that they make for cell phones and computers, it's probably some of the cleanest looking products that I've actually taken my eyes on and actually looked at. And you see there are a bunch of other different companies. I can't find the Eclipse though. Where is it? Where did it go? Can't find it. I will search for it. But Native Union, they make products that are for cell phones, but they're fine-tuned products. Whenever I say fine-tuned, in my eyes, they're really sleek, really clean. A lot of it's made out of marble and other raw materials like leather, and they specialize in actually making sure that clutter, whenever it comes to wires, is like completely all the way out the way. If you're like myself, and you're watching this and you like get nervous whenever you see a bunch of wires like hanging off the side of the table or wires hanging off the front of you, and like if you would go to like Bluetooth wireless headphones before you would go to wired headphones, this is probably the place where you go, because like you see they have leather straps. They have leather straps for your actual for your cables, and they also have a connector cable that has like basically like a wired ball that's the same texture that is like almost like a canvas texture to it, to minimize on actual what do they call those
like
tangling, minimizes on the tangling, but it also prevents from having like shortages in your wires because of the material that the wire casing is made out of. And that ball that's at the end of your charging cable, it keeps it in one spot, so you don't won't get tangled up in your wires. So that's Native Union all in a nutshell, guys. It's like really clean accessories, and make sure that you don't get caught up in your cables, don't get caught up in your accessories like your charging cables and things like that. But at the same time, it looks super clean. Whenever I say clean, I'm not saying clean as in like an old like term, as in like it being really cool, but like it's like really like crisp and clean.
Yeah, it's like luxury stuff right here.
Hey, that's the word I was looking for. Luxury.
Yeah.
Luxury
tech. I like it.
And it's decently priced too. It's not something that's astronomical just because it's leather. It's not just because it's made from genuine leather doesn't mean that it has to cost $300 for a charging cable strap. It's super affordable. It's like there's one strap that they have. It's called the belt cable. The belt cable, it comes with the cable, forfeit cable, with the strap to secure it. It is only $24.99. So you get the leather strap plus the 4-foot charging cable, and that's for your iPhone. So that's just one of them. And of course, as the lengths go up, the price goes up. And it both comes with the lightning cable for iPhone, and it has an attachment for the micro USB for Android phones.
Sweet. So yeah, it's kind of like compatible with everything. And yeah, I was looking at their because they have that new product, the Eclipse, which basically untangles like all your cables and stuff. But they have it on Kickstarter right now, and they're even compatible with all the plugs in like the UK, Japan. Like they make sure that all their products are basically universal. So you can buy them, for the wall plugins for the US, the wall plugins for Europe, the wall plugins for Asia, like every single thing. So they have like all their bases covered, basically.
No, that's nuts.
Let's see. All right. My next one is number 7. It's called Distract Off. This is a Chrome extension that allows you to, you have to do it manually, is to, type in some of the websites that that you go to procrastinate whenever you're at work. And basically, whenever you try to go to those websites, the Chrome extension automatically puts like a blank screen in front of the website saying like, hey, are you supposed to be here? Like, aren't you supposed to be working? And then you have two options. You can be like, yeah, you're right, I'm supposed to be working. And if you click that button, it closes the screen or the tab. And if you say like, the other button is like, no, this is important, really. And it actually allows you to navigate through that website. So, it's not a foolproof way for you to, stop procrastinating, but it's just a kind of like a door, putting a door in front of you to allow you to really think like, okay, do I really need to be on macrumors.com right now, or do I need to be working? This is pretty cool that, I've added it to my long list of Chrome extensions that I have here. And it works kind of sometimes. Whenever I'm working, I really need to get stuff done. Sometimes I get distracted and that thing pops up and says like, hey, are you supposed to be working? Which is pretty cool. And it's free. It's super easy to install. If you get to the website, it's kind of a weird website, but because this is made from a guy he's done several other projects and little things. But you can get it right there and just get it for Chrome and then get it installed, and that's it. All you have to do is just plug in the websites that you don't want, that that you go to to hang out and distract yourself. So
right. No, I think that's a really good. And I do that with myself. Like, tell me, like, should I be typing in, a blog or reading a blog right now? No, probably not. Okay, and close it. Like, I do it to myself. But if that thing comes up there, It's just like you have to be accountable to yourself anyway, but that just asks you that one extra step, and that extra step could be like, okay, you need to finish this, like,
Exactly.
then you can go to it or something. Like, yeah, finish the task. Which is a great segue into number 8, which is called Week Done 3. So this is a weekly and monthly task planning for businesses. And it's great because businesses who are successful are ones that time block, and they say that tasks are going to be done in a certain time, and they get them done not only on a weekly basis, but a monthly basis, an annual basis. And I think this is something that we've probably talked about as well and needing to do. What's great about it is we can, for a startup team, that's the 3 of us, up to 3 people is free. And I don't know, it's just really cool. You can see all the tasks that need to be going on, kind of block out time, block out different sections. And I don't know, because I don't have it yet, but as far as like if there's communication in there or what, I don't know about that. But it's pretty cool. And if you know what you need to get done and everybody else is kind of holding you accountable to doing it, it's kind of like our whiteboard. Everybody sees it and you have your meetings, but this is like all digital. So pretty cool. And then it does graphs and like everything to kind of see your progress. You're like, oh, you're like 80% done with your budget. Like, what happened to the extra 20%? You're supposed to be here. So.
That sounds pretty awesome. It sounds like it would be something that would definitely help you on a weekly basis, like to hit like a checkpoint. It's kind of like I can't remember where I was, but they were saying like just like try to set like a weekly goal to like meet. Oh, I know where it was. It was at my last job before I ventured out on my own. And that was one of the things that like it was like basically he would make my work coach. He would make us fill out a weekly contract, and we would go to his office. We would talk for a minute, and we like basically give ourselves like goals to meet by the end of the week. And if you didn't, oh, this is going to hurt your heart. You would have to rip up a $5 bill.
What?
Yes, rip it up in his office and keep it.
All right, we're implementing it today.
Heck no.
No, I'm not ripping up any money.
Yeah.
Not ripping up any more money.
Right, it should be $20 bills. We got bigger stakes.
Right. Exactly. No, man. But speaking of like, I guess you can say this is another good segue into basically being able to like stay fresh and actually like maybe help you meet these goals. I wish I had had this years ago whenever I got ready to start my own, start out on my own, because this would actually help whenever it comes to building websites and things like that. Squarespace Start is basically Squarespace is getting ready, and I believe it's already out, to give you the ability to start building a website in an app on your phone, building out a one-page website, and also buy a domain. So it says great ideas can start anywhere. Squarespace Start lets you bring them to life instantly with a simple one-page website created right from your mobile device, meaning that you will be able to create an entire one-page website, get your idea for the beginnings of a website right in the palm of your hand.
That's scary, but pretty cool.
It's really scary, but at the same time, like okay, no, I'm not going to say at the same time because it's still scary, regardless how you put it. But it with the scale and the way that things are all going to mobile in the first place, think about it. You get the idea, you can go ahead and get it out of your head.
Mm-hmm.
And truth be told, as scary as it is, a lot of people just don't either have the general concept of how to put a website together, or a lot of times they just don't want to do it. They would rather hire people like us to go ahead and put our skills into play and make it what it is. So for us, this is basically like another like gallon of gas in the gas tank to actually put us ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, it is available for free at the Apple Store, at least. I don't know about Google. But we don't care about Google, right?
Right, we don't care about Google. So anyway, move on here. Back to Christian.
You know, funny thing is, that, that I'm going to talk about right now. It's called the Jamboard, and it's made by
Google.
Well, we're on Google Hangouts. We care about Google. We're just talking about
Right.
their app store and their phone.
Right. Yeah. We don't care about their phones. So yeah, whenever I saw this Jamboard thing, this is really, really cool. This is actually a 4K, I think it's a 55-inch 4K display that allows you to collaborate with your team on. I mean, think about it as a whiteboard, the whiteboard that we were just drawing stuff on. But imagine Franklin drawing on this 4K display, and then Aaron from his iPad looking at Google Docs and typing some of the stuff that we were talking about, and literally throwing out there to the actual whiteboard so we can actually see those things on the whiteboard. And then me over here maybe designing, drawing some things and then pushing them to the whiteboard. So it's a way for you and your team to collaborate on a digital whiteboard, and it allows you to do a whole bunch of stuff. It's already synced with all of the G Suite. So it's like the Google Drive, your Google Docs. Everything is already integrated with it, so it's super easy to send stuff to the Jamboard. It's easy to, well, the other thing that they're talking on the website, it's like, how many times have you taken a picture of your whiteboard? And actually, we did this just a few minutes ago, taking pictures of the actual whiteboard, and they're like, you don't have to do that anymore. I mean, anything that you draw on this Jamboard is automatically saved on your drive. So you don't have to do anything. It's just automatically all saved. Everything that you collaborate with is already all saved. Another cool thing about it is that they've designed it with mobility in mind. So this display is not something that you just put on a wall or anything like that. This thing has legs and it has the wheels, so you can just roll it around to whatever office or whatever conference room that you need to have your jam session.
That's cool. Yeah, I did see the video on that, so it does look so cool.
Yeah. Now, the cool thing of the really not cool thing about it is that it is only $6,000.
Only 6,000?
Oh, that's it. We can buy 3 of the MacBooks that we were talking about earlier. So
Exactly.
All right, so no Jamboard for BitBranding, I guess.
Right. At least right now. I mean, we could all get brand new of the new MacBooks for that price.
Right.
That's true.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's very true. I guess we'll keep taking pictures of our whiteboards.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the last one that we have for you guys today. And it's kind of cool because you get everybody loves to see behind the scenes. Well, this one is called Facebook Design, but it's just facebook.com or facebook.design. It's not even .com, anything.
What?
But what it does is it tells you and gives you ideas of what Facebook's working on before it ever gets released. So if they're changing the font, like, at least on my timeline, the font's really big. It's like a 13 or 14 point font and it's all bold. Like those types of design styles and changes and everything like that, it's happening back here with the developers. And like when they went from the friends icon from a light blue to a dark blue, like what happened? So they're telling the stories behind why they did things. And I think it's interesting, at least for people like us, is that there's a reason or a cause of why they did something. And if you can find out why they're doing the things that they are, you can sometimes predict what they're going to do in the future, which helps us stay ahead of the game to market to people more effectively later down the line. Not only that, but it's just cool. They're obviously Facebook, and everybody thinks of it as just a social network, but there's so much more that goes into it. And I don't know. I just thought it was really cool and great reading from designers and developers, all talking about Facebook.
Dude, it's not even just articles. Like they actually have a section here for tools and resources, and you can get like a lot of, I mean, not a lot, but because they only have 1, 2, 3, they have 5 things right here right now. But for example, you can go to, under tools and resources, you can go to devices, and they actually show you devices with a blank screen. So if you're working on an app or a website or whatever, you can actually add it to those screens. I mean, obviously they have it separated as, you know, a Dell computer, Galaxy Note 5, HTC, Google Pixel, iMac Retina display, iPads. So they have like basically all the popular devices that are out right now, and even some old stuff, even Apple Watches and everything. And basically download that in order for you to put your own screenshots on those devices. So they're actually giving you some free resources and tools.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome.
And I love the what's the word that I want to use? The openness. I've always loved the openness about Facebook, but this is like taking it to another level. It's kind of like, and it's kind of like basically, hey, here's our story. Like Facebook has always told the story about how Facebook started, but they are continuing that story by letting people like basically join the ride on the growth of Facebook. And it actually kind of puts designers out there like in the aspect of not explaining ourselves. Like a lot of times people ask you questions that ask us like, so why are we using this green versus this green? Or why are we using these characters versus these characters? Why'd you choose that typeface? And this is like definitely a good testament to Facebook. I love them for this because they actually are explaining themselves so people can understand. This is dope. I like that. It's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. All right, I think that does it for our show. Today we have 11 things on our new tech products and services this week. Again, this is Brain 10, where we brainstorm 10 ideas twice per week, Tuesdays and Fridays. We are officially starting on Tuesday of next week. We're going to do it at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. So be ready for that and check that out. Again, my name is Christian.
My name is Aaron.
And my name is Franklin.
Yes. And hopefully next week, I don't know, we're still trying to play with this. So maybe next week we'll show you guys actual screen shares of some of the stuff that we're talking, so you don't have to stare at our faces the whole time and actually see some of the products. Aaron's over here doing a whole bunch of stuff. But I think that will be a cool thing to do. So we just have to experiment a little bit more with Google Hangouts and going live on YouTube. So stick around and make sure to subscribe. Hit that red button somewhere, wherever it is. I don't know where it's at.
It's one of these ways.
Well, if they're looking at you while you're talking, I think it's right here. Like, well, I don't know if they can see me. Like,
Just tell them to push that button right there behind you.
That pillow.
Push that button.
Franklin, yeah, click that button.
There you go.
That button.
That big red one.
That big red button.
Well, we'll see you guys on Tuesday, actually, at 2:30.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.